Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former second overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Cobb in motion right. There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he returns this to the 22. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Jets defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Back to throw. Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 3 catches, 55 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Out left to Dotson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 25 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down. And Howell will throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Howell down to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing here, Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Jets at 8-6 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll go again with Hall. Down to about the 45. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A nice little juke. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run with Hall. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Give to Hall running right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. gained 13 yards that time and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle. In old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Howell. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And that's good for a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Another throw for Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Howell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. This 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
It's Howell with another throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25, Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 84 yards. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Wilson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down, Howell now. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Howell looking to throw again. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Howell out of the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, excellent in the win, as his guys up their mark to 11-4 now with one game to play. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 3 touchdown passes there for Desmond Ridder. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. We were treated to a strong first half from the former number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball again on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd down and 6. Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. In motion right, that's Wilson. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run it again with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Howell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go play action with Howell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
To go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
57's the line. 57's the line. Man, I got you.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. Allen Lazard. Touchdown. Allen Lazard. His second touchdown of the game. His third of the year. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Powell throwing on first down here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw, Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a fourth down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Deebo Samuel on the slant. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 53 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The give now to Abanikanda. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Let's go.
call on a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Again, Abanikanda. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
57.
Abanikanda is in. Touchdown, Jets. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Sirline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Down at the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. That's Samuel, caught left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now he'll look to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And New York set to take the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.